Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. This one is going to be a little shorter, a little sweeter. I am making this intro pretty quick because I owe you quite a few videos, of course. So first up, I have the writer's block. This is by, there might be a bit of a glare, so I have writer's block by Monique. This one is heavily inspired by Jalen Hurts. Next up, The Sweetest Redemption. This is by the great Huffington. This one is the second book in a duology. The first book I read maybe a week or two ago, and this one will close out that particular series. Next, I have Red Roses and Regrets by Dandridge, Monroe. Another shorty. This one, I don't really know what it's about. I try not to read the back of books because I want to be surprised. And if I'm going to not like a book, I would like to at least get into the first chapter to see why I'm not going to like it. But reading the back, I try not to. What I will say, on the back, I did see a dreaded engagement, secret spilled, bloodshed. So it's not really that lovey-dovey, but we're going with it anyway. I have never, in my adult big age, read graphic novels. So I'm glad that I chose March 1, 2, and 3. Don't believe it will take me very long, but I also honestly have not even opened these enough to know if they're wordy or not. In case we make out like a bandit and finish rather quickly, these might be on the vlog as well, or I might just talk about them after I read them. This one is Laundry Days, a reread because I do recall reading this back in school in my younger years. This is Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, the Zora Neale Hurston. Lastly, I have Dear Martin. Is it focusing? I hope it's been in focus this whole time. But anyway, I have Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I read Jackpot by Nick Stone, and that was a good read. I know that this one is going to be pretty deep and impactful. I expect that. So those are the books that we have in this blog. First up, the writer's block. It better be good. Is my battery really about to die? I'll make it quick. I am currently 2 chapters in, about to start chapter 3. It is going quite well. I am entertained. JJ reminds me a little bit of me, a little bit sarcastic. How much lip balm do I really have on? Anyway, yes, my camera definitely died. Not sorry, but where did I leave off? Like, yeah, I don't want you near me, but I like you, you're cool, like smothering me with friendliness, kindness, but we love banter over here. These two are just really good friends, and families that love your friends like family, I think makes it even better. And to know that this story is going to unfold quite nicely. Friends to lovers. I do like friends to lovers. I like second chance romances. I feel like sometimes people do find each other a little bit too soon and they have to grow into what that relationship could be. I do believe in that sometimes, and I think in this case these friends to lovers remind me a little bit of Go Deep by Rilsey Adams. They were also friends to lovers, and that one is a little bit spicier from, let me not say spicier because I haven't finished this one yet. I'm not done, but because I know Rilsey, I don't think this is going to be spicier than that. I think the level of spice will be great, but I don't think it would be greater than that. I'm still going to enjoy it. I already know that. I am 4 chapters in. When the battery died, I read 2 more chapters, but I am enjoying what's happening here. I love their dynamic. I like getting to know how they met. I was a little sad for them because I now know both sides of it. I'm holding the camera, by the way. I now know both sides of how they were feeling at that initial meeting. And it's like, oh, we could have We could have done this so long ago, but could we? No, because we weren't mature enough to get to that point. The relationship needed to grow into this in order for them to appreciate where they are currently. I'm getting sleepy because I hear my words are not coming out clear. I'm losing the battle, okay? Look at my hair. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. I'm going to finish it tomorrow. I probably will get to the gym maybe 30 minutes early just so that forces me to sit in the car, read for 30 minutes till the gym opens, and we'll go from there. But I will see you in the morning. Good night. I'm so sleepy. I'm sleepy. We have reached the part in the story where they have formed a plan and now things are being set in motion. We know that JJ is the person that loves a good plan. She likes to be prepared, and some of this is not, there's not a lot of prep work that they've put in place yet. So she's kind of caught off guard, but now she is getting lost in thought and her imagination, and it's running wild, but she's open to it. I feel like I live in these zip ups. But anyway, let's quickly go over my final thoughts on The Writer's Block by Monique. There's a glare, so I'm trying to avoid it. This was a fun time. This was a fun time. Like, I enjoyed this. It is, in fact, a steamy Friends to Lovers. Okay. It kind of reminds me of the playfulness within another novella, Go Deep by Rosie Adams. The spice level in that one was very nice. Very nice. This one, also very nice on the spice. I will say, because I know that the author had a specific football player in mind, I'm trying to not think that's who it is, because I don't want to. I know that that is for her, but because I already know that little tidbit of information, I'm just looking at clips of him in videos and I'm like, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're a nasty man. And it's not even you. It is what the author has put. She has planted that seed, you know? But very well done. He is a talker. He took a chance. He saw his opportunity when it presented itself and he went for it. Now, I thought JJ, the female main character, I thought she was going to be miserable towards the end, but it was really him. Either way, I enjoyed it. 4.5 out of 5. Now, I couldn't help myself to the point where my bookmark hasn't even made it. My bookmark has not even made it to the inside of this book. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm having a wonderful time. This is on the darker side, but still very, can I say fun? Can I say fun? Hear me out. There are some, let's compare it to some movies out there. There are some movies out there where there is drama and action, but there is a bit of comedy in there, right? And this particular author does it so effortlessly that I can't take it. I can't take it. Because imagine chapter 1, no spoilers here. Imagine you are getting ready to go to an event. You kind of hope that it's going to be for something special. You have an idea centered around Valentine's Day weekend, right? And you're on your way to the place and you're like, ooh, this is so tacky. This is so not my style, but I'm gonna go with it. Hopefully it turns around. But the fact that you are supposed to be my person and you didn't even have me in mind when you put this thing together, like you did this for you, not for me, really. Really, you did it. And then somebody who you don't know shows up to the function and all of a sudden you're kidnapped. Like, what? What? It was definitely a ride, a wild ride, okay? Because I didn't know where we were going and I had a lot of questions throughout chapter 1, like, okay, what are we doing here? What is this? Chapter 2, I'm like, how do we get out of this? How do we get out of this? And now I'm currently I'm on page 68. So that is still the beginning of chapter 6. So here I have this much left. This is what I have left. And I'm gonna say something. And I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I know kidnapping is bad. I know that it's bad, but, well, I mean, what are the parameters? Like, where do you draw the line? You know what I mean? Like, this is making you think, Stockholm, let's redefine. You know, this is making you think that maybe we had it wrong. And that is concerning. That makes me concerned. There shouldn't be a way for an author to make you think, is it really that bad? Like, that's a problem. I should not be having a good time where there's kidnapping involved. That's all I'm saying. The secrets are there. Still happening, by the way. The secrets that are unfolding, there should have been bloodshed by chapter 2. There should have been a bath at the lies and secrets and deception that we heard about, okay? There's no reason why the police were not called, because a lot of people should be under the jail. A lot of people should be at the hospital. Okay? And another thing, you know you're a bad person when you are getting beaten to a bloody pulp and nobody's trying to save you. What does that say about you? But anyway, this is going to get interesting because this is only book 1. I keep starting these series as if I don't have enough to read, but this is a good time. Is book 2 going to arrive at my doorstep tomorrow? Maybe. I'm just saying. So I want to finish this tonight, but I owe you so many videos that I need to take a break. But it's a good time. Okay, things to discuss. I haven't told you anything. I just got so caught up in the reading, the camera was away. So let's talk about the Sweetest redemption, okay? Now, I didn't expect this book to go in the direction that it went in because we left the last book on cloud 9. She was getting her mojo back. She was reclaiming her time. She was no longer feeling like life was just turned upside down, waiting on someone that wasn't coming around, and they got their karma, is what we might as well just call a thing. But in this book, it almost feels as if it's like, where is all the good? What is happening? Why so much like sadness? Why is she going through this? We don't know. And she was really down on her luck for quite some time, months and months. And then, you know, she's trying to find her way through it. She ends up helping out a friend by going to an event to do something. She didn't know she was going to do the thing because the person didn't tell her, But, and I'm holding it like this because there's a glare. But anyway, so she goes to the event and there's this guy there. No one's really acknowledging who it is. He comes in kind of weird. Now, let me tell you one thing. This young man is dressed in such a way that I can't explain. And I just want to touch on that for a moment because I could not wrap my head around the ensemble. And I'm no fashionista, but that young man was wearing something that had me read it like 3 times. Let me find it. I found it. Now, help me paint the picture here. And if I can find a Google image of something close to it, I'm going to put it on the screen. Here we have, let's see. While everyone had 2- and 3-piece suits that they were either 2 sizes too big or 2 sizes too small, he wore a pair of slacks that were tailored to his, or so I rationalized. Near his shoes, they'd been rolled up an inch or 2, which complemented his Gucci sneakers. You're losing me, okay? You're losing me. So we've got rolled up slacks, Gucci sneakers. All right, let's continue. Up top, he sported a button down with a tie around his neck that he hadn't attempted to tie. It hung on either side of his shoulders, swinging as he obliterated the space that separated us from one another. Now, wait. You're in a button-up with a tie that is undone. So I'm thinking it is a standard width of a tie, not like a skinny tie, not a bow tie. The man has a standard tie untied on both sides like a do-rag that has been taken off. And then I don't know. Okay, I've been stuck on that outfit for days now, and I'm done with the book already. Anyway, that was something that jumped out at me. She gets her happily ever after. It is an unexpected way to love. It is an unexpected turn of events. It is an unorthodox way of her entering this new chapter of life. It is an interesting, entertaining, interesting read by the great Huffington, one of the favorites. This is one of her older works. It's not tremendously old, but it is one of her older ones. This is 2018 copyright date. And next, let's talk about mess and stress and a little fun and a little laughter. Having a good old time, good time with Red Roses and Regrets. Now from chapter 1, I need to flip all of this over. The events that took place within this book had me ordering book 2 immediately. I do have it in my possession. I'm not opening that book until maybe end of the month, but there are so many other things that have happened. And let me update you now before I jump into this a little bit more. Kennedy Ryan has released the second book in the Skyland series. Book 1 is Before I Let Go. Read it, loved it, tabbed it. It's on a reading blog from last year. Now we have Soledad's story. I pre-ordered my book months ago. Why didn't it get here until yesterday? I have it on the screen. Beautiful cover, beautiful book. Can't wait to get into it. I already put my reading tabs in there. Maybe that's going to be a Saturday, Sunday situation and then halt this vlog. I don't know yet. But what I do know is the scene that I enjoy the most probably is one of the ending scenes. Laughter is there, chaos is there, the love that's growing is there. I realize a few things about our female main character and her family just from the things that we've seen sprinkled out throughout the book. I kind of picked this up. I forgot to tell you that. I kind of picked this up and I only have like 60 pages. So shouldn't I finish this first and then go into the graphics? Hold on, I'm looking kind of, you know, put together. Anyway, so the book that I'm holding, this is a novella called Work Husband. Yeah, I think this is more along the lines of thriller, mystery kind of thing. There might be a romantic element in there, but the girls are starting their reviews and reactions in shock. And I feel like that is not aligning with romance. So I'm just gonna keep reading, see what happens. Currently, the female main character, to me, she is not a nice person. like she's angry, rude a little bit, but it's her inner monologue that's being rude. So it's like nobody really knows that unless she's showing it in the workplace as well. But I think she wants us to be crazy like her, because the inner monologue will make you think you're losing it because she has lost it. These are my initial thoughts. Things could possibly change. More to come on that. I'm probably 23 pages in. This is not long at all. I think I have 7, 8 chapters? 8. I will report back after I read 2 more chapters. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm afraid. Scared. And I don't know where my blanket is. So, is this a sheet? Maybe. Not even the director of sales was looking for this man in the office. So all the ladies in the workplace are living and breathing for this man. And this man has other plans. It's the fact that he's talking about jealous much, sir. That lady is going to flip the office upside down because of you, and you are being funny. You think now's the time? I am no relationship expert. But what I do know is that things are bad if you change that man's name in your phone to Monica and he's not transitioning. I don't know. Call me crazy. But if you need to change the person's name in your phone to disguise the person, I'm thinking the relationship that you have that you're hiding this person from might be in the gutter. I don't know. Call me crazy. But if you have to do all of that, right? Let me revise this. At this point in the book, I know that the relationship is down in the dumps. I know that. Things have happened. Things have come up. And I guess that's why I don't understand why you need to change names in your phone if you have accepted that this is just a joke at this point. And if you know that they're begging, baby, please, I guess it's just to not add insult to injury, because I don't see why you would need to. I'm harping on it, and I don't need to. But because of where I am in the book, why I feel like we need to unpack why you're doing this, you know? And why are you texting somebody 4 times in a row? Like, stop, stop, stop. I know who's lost it now. I know who has lost their mind. You're crazy. And I'm only on page 27. Oh, no. I get that, but this is dangerous. You're spiraling. You're spiraling. I am getting scared. This is getting to be a lot. Like, lock the doors. I don't have long to discuss this, but Octavia, you're sick. You're sick for this. You had the nerve. This is me talking to Octavia. You had the nerve on that last page. I'm not showing you the epilogue. I'm showing Octavia sitting up here smiling. What is wrong with you? Why would you? Okay, This reminds me, if I had to make a collection of crazy, it would be Work Husband. And if you want something a little bit longer, I would go Tethered Love by Kimberly Brown. And my list is ever growing because I'm still getting back in my reading, so I have more to uncover. But right now, for something so short, that escalated rather quickly. Like, I knew that people were losing their minds as the pages turned, but the way that you kept spiraling out of control, literally everyone. I thought we only had one person that was a little unhinged, but we had a couple people that really needed to get their life in order. 4 people at least. In a short amount of time. I can't with you, Octavia, and I hope you find sanity, because this is, I need to put this down. I can't.